Greek yogurt dough pizza. And around here, Kitchen Flow is all about tools that actually make cooking easier. All right, so our oven just hit temp. Now our pizza stone is gonna stay in there for about 20 minutes, which will give me plenty of time to put everything together. Start with our dough, 125 grams or 1 cup of bread flour. I also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a half teaspoon of salt. Now we're gonna add 8 ounces of Greek yogurt. I'm using a brand called Fage. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But I find with my Greek yogurt bagels, this combination works awesome together. And you really just want to kind of form it into a dough. Just kind of folding that flour right into that Greek yogurt. But our goal here is just to kind of get into one solid piece. And then we'll knead it for a minute or so. And we should be in pretty good shape. And that's the thing, if you were using all-purpose flour, this would just take a little bit longer to come together. It would still work, and it does get a little bit more wet, so you do tend to bake it a little bit longer too. But again, this is my first time trying to make a pizza out of this dough, so you'll have to let me know if you think it's going to work or not. It dawned on me recently that I could be using this dough for multiple different applications. Great for empanadas, cinnamon rolls would be nice. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any other dishes that we could turn this Greek yogurt dough into, because I'm thinking it's going to be pretty flexible. Now we're going to roll it out. This might be a little extra dough. We'll just kind of see how it works. Just going to start in the middle and roll out. Start in the middle and roll down. Now we're just going to try and transfer it over to this. That looks about right. Now I'm going to fold my dough. Just do a simple crust on this. So there's our pie. And that's what we used to call it back in the 90s. Hopefully I'm not aging myself too much. But this is our pie. We're going to throw it on our peel. Throw it into the oven. It's going to rest on that pizza stone. And it's going to cook for about 7 minutes. Then we'll pull it out. We'll take it off the parchment paper. Set up the toppings, probably put some oil on the crust, dock it, and we should be in good shape. All right, so here's our par-baked pie. Looks good. Now what we want to do is just kind of transfer this over. See if it's going to stick badly. I really should throw a little flour down, just in case. Okay. Now we'll oil and brush it on our crust. I'm kind of all over it, really. I am using extra virgin olive oil, which is what I would recommend. Garlic powder just on the crust. Just right around the edges. Actually, I'm going to use it all the way through. We'll do it on the edges, on the crust, and in the middle as well. Because who doesn't like a little garlic powder? Dock the pie, and that just means kind of poking a few holes in it. Especially on the crust, just to keep the air bubbles in check. Oregano for the base as well. We're going to use our Alfredo sauce. I don't want to go too heavy with sauce. I always feel like less is more. Half cup of reduced fat mozzarella, just like so. Now we're going to do our chicken. We're just going to spread some over the top. And this chicken I made previously, but I think it's going to work out nicely. That's about right. Now we're going to take some broccoli. I'm just going to kind of cut it up. You really don't want the big stems in there. There's a lot of flavor on those stems, but you really don't want it for pizza. So I'm going to do another one here. And again, it's just about a 1/4 cup of broccoli, nothing crazy. Now we're going to come in with the last of our cheese. There's my pizza. We're all set to go. It's going to need about another 15 minutes. All right, so that's our pizza. 7 minutes on the par bake and 12 minutes. So just under 20. I'm just going to try and cut this decent. All right, so we can see the bottom. Yeah, see that bottom? That's how you need it to look. So par baking that crust a little beforehand was a nice touch. We should add a few red pepper flakes. You could also add some Parmesan if you wanted. I'm very happy with this dish for the first time. It came together great. The dough really held up well. Also perfect because it's now almost 6:30. I haven't had supper yet, so this came in handy. And do you think this dish is a hit or a miss? Or does it need a total fix? Let me know in the comments.